Dangerous. Live! Yeah, we're live. Live on a Saturday morning. The wind is howling in Wales. Rain is pouring down from the sky. You could be mistaken that it would be winter. Hey, not to worry. So, passenger missions. Yes. So, a lot of people have come out recently and said that passenger missions are still able to make a hell of a lot of money. So, I've got myself over to a star system that's been on YouTube recently. I thought I'd have a go. It's been reported you get 100 million per hour on this particular run. Now, I must admit, I got onto it yesterday. I had a go, made about 10 million. Came back in, sold all my data, cartographic data, and got some better missions. Did a bit of board hopping as well, which I don't particularly like doing. It's a bit of a fag, to be honest. I find it a bit tedious, but hey, there you go. It's the way people do it. So wherever you're, you stand on that side of the fence, whether you think it's an exploit or not, hey, I'm not here to discuss that, right? We're just here to see what we can do in this particular system. So I've got my beluga, the glint of a badger's eye. Whee! A little bit of Star Wars reference there for you fans. So what we're going to do, we're at Sea of Frost Enterprise. Just drop the sound down on that a little bit, because you don't need any people talking in a hangar. It's quite distracting. So Sea of Frost Enterprise, right? And that's in the Hayden system. Haiden. You can see that on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Let's go into good old Starport Services. So here we go. We're all fueled up and that. Lovely. Into the passenger lounge. Let's see what we got. So, plenty of missions straight away, but we want to go to a particular area, and we want unnamed missions, right? Unnamed missions. So, this one here, 19 prisoners, 510,000 credits, and that's where we want to go. HIP 114420. But that's nowhere near enough money. You got 21 prisoners, 746. So it's going to start us off slow. You can tell. Another 533. What we got down here? You know, nothing's blowing my skirt up. There's this one. Where's that one going? Bar survey. Look at that. HIP 112829. Yeah. We'll have that. That's $1 million. Right? Looks good to me. That's what we're going to aim for. We're going to aim for this system here. What else we got? Nothing really. Nothing really there. Well, 395,000. 500,000. So, where's all these huge paying missions then? You know, okay, so faction reputation does mean a lot in this game, I realise, and I'm not allied or anything like that. Whether the update that came out on Thursday has addressed some of these issues, who knows, right? But hey, let's stand with it. It might be better coming back. So, there's nothing on that board. Let's go and fill up our beluga with some 20 prisoners. Pit cabin, right there. Accept contract. Brilliant. We can have 15 prisoners. Pit cabin. Accept contract. Let's see what else we can do. Nothing. Nothing. You know, it's barren. It's as barren can be. I can transport that one fella. Where's he going? Bar survey, so where we're going anyway. So pit cabin, yeah, well, we'll stick him in. Accept contract. And this guy as well, where's he going? Bar survey, okay, pit cabin. Yeah, brilliant, okay. Where's he going to go? I'll plonk him in there as well. What we got down here? Nothing. Barren as a barren thing can be. Okay, so let's do a board hop and see what difference that makes. So we're going to go to the main menu. Yeah, No, I'm currently in solo mode. Huh? So then we're going to go start. And we're going to go to open play. Good old dangerous multiplay. Open play. Starport services. Okay, so passenger lounge. Francesco Williamson. 200 credits. Well, you know, it's good, right? You know, but it's not what you call blinding, is it? Where's he going? Bloody miles away. So there's some decent missions around. We're gonna go with this guy. Nothing else to really see there. Okay, let's stay in open and run the gauntlet. Okay, so let's launch away. Goodbye, Sea of Frost Enterprise. And where we're going, bar survey, land-based installation. Shouldn't be too difficult to get there. Minimal armaments on this thing, though, has to be said.
Landing comfort is engaged. Access corridor is clear.
Let's see if we can get this through. Get it in the hole, as they say. There's no reckless flying there.
Stay clear of landing pads.
Jesus. Right, where's he going? Open that galaxy map. That's where we're going. Here. HIP 112829. Thank you. Just one jump. And we're off.
Clear to resume own navigation. Federal flight control signing off.
Set the power to engines. And once we're in system, we're on our way. I'm going to start turning some modules off to lower the heat signature. Hopefully you won't get interdicted, because some of these fellas don't want to be scanned. Well, no one wants to be scanned. But sometimes it's a necessary thing. So here we are in system. We got a commander over here. Oh, great, brilliant. We're off to bar survey. There it is. 17,000 light seconds away. Let's turn some modules off. And we're rolling. Oh, we got a message. Look at that. He's committed a crime, eh? He's a naughty boy. Oh, rubbish. I've committed a crime. So someone hit me on the way out. Oh, I don't care. That was yesterday's. Right. Okay, so we're off. Who's that guy? Black Betty. Mostly harmless. Should I have to worry? Bearing in mind I'm effectively flying a hotel. Okay, we're gonna carry on. So, bar survey. Not too far. On the way back, however, going back to Sea of Frost, that's a long old poke. You got 560,000 light seconds away from the jump-in point. So you're there for a while. So I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about then. So what contact? Lots of things in system. I dare say I am going to get pulled out at some point in this journey. Now, I did think of bringing my cutter over here, which has quite a bit of cargo capacity, as you can imagine, and is able to defend itself quite well. But, you know, none of the stations around here were selling passenger cabins. This one was already kitted out, and hey, what can you do? So we're coming down to it now. We got just 8,000 light seconds to go. About a minute. Let's do some scanning, see who's around. Wuzzle. The pitiless horror. He's wanted. Nautilus. That's a good strong name. Nautilus. It's a long old name, that, isn't it? Simon Borge Tesoro Peterson. We got materials, loads of material space, synthesis, small caliber munitions, yeah, life support, yeah, whatever. Right, okay. Now, you can do a lot more with this, to be honest with you. You can have all economy passenger cabins, which, once I get to an economy system, is what I'm going to do. Some of that sells economy cabins. What's this guy doing here? Is he gonna go? Does he think he's hard enough? He probably is, even in that, compared to what I'm flying around in. I should have brought the other ship. So, like I was saying, so yesterday I had a quick go and got about 10 million for a run, and that took me about 20 minutes. So, I've overshot that. Overshot that, running my mouth. Right, come on. Let's get with the program. Let's go on approach. Bar survey. Oh, I missed the speed of the other ships. So, like I was saying, about 10 million, right? Which wasn't bad, running back and forth. Some people are saying, oh, 100 million plus an hour. Well, okay, fair enough. How? How are they managing this? Unless they're allied with the factions. And you're only going to do that by putting some time in, I think, and doing missions for them. So that's not a problem. Nothing in this life should be free. And it wouldn't be much of a game if it was just, you know, an exploit. Now, I've put some videos of some exploits on there, not because I particularly need the money. I mean, I've got about, I don't know, 420 million and a right fleet of ships. So assets are over 1.5 billion on this game. So, if it comes to the worst, I'll just sell a ship. You know, I mean, if I run out of money. But I tend not to fly the bigger ships around. I'm flying around mostly in my Asp Explorer. It's quick. It's got a 40 light year jump range. Not the best jump range on the planet, I know. But, you know, it does me. I've got Anaconda up to about 42. That's a big old beast, and it's expensive when things go horribly wrong. Whereas the Asp Explorer's got a rebuy of 1.6 million. Well, you can make that in one run, right? I think everyone is waiting with great anticipation for this Type 10 Defender to come out. And what's all that going to be about, really? I mean, the Thargoids, I mean, you have to go looking for them. It's not as if they're actively coming out and pulling you out of hyperspace, right? Like what they used to in the old games back in the 80s. You know, if they wanted you, they would pull you out into witch space. No stars, completely black, Out would come the Thargoids, the Thargons, their little ships. And, but then you did stand a chance with your military lasers back then of destroying them. Now you've got to be winged up, you've got to have friends, and say you don't play in a wing. What's all that about? So here we are, bar survey. Let's see if we can't cock this up. So, I want to land. There you are, he said, all the way over there. And she's from Barnsley.
Please make your way to landing pad 08.
So we're on approach. Pad 8. Lovely sound from the engines. We'll keep that about 50, I think. So a nice spread out spaceport, defense turrets around the edges. What could be either solar array over there on the left hand side. Anaconda there on the pad. Just get the gear down. Now as we're live, let's try not to destroy this thing. Right, okay, here we go. We're going in. We're going in. We're going in. Yeah, we're lined up. And we're down. Okay. Bar survey. Let's see what bar survey has to offer. So we're currently in open mode. So passenger lounge. Claim reward. So what's he ripped us off for now? Whatever. Claim that reward as well. Chuck Giles. Thank you, Commander. Blah, 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 blah. 395. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. No one cares.
Incoming message. Incoming message.
Francesco Williamson. Okay. Okay.
Incoming message.
Incoming message. Oh, I've drunk all my coffee. Never mind. Right, so, okay then. Now, some of these missions will reward you, so to speak, with some items. So let's see what, if anything, we've got 12 out of 16 items to sell. So articulation motors. We're going to sell that. Bromolite. Yeah, we're going to sell some of that as well. And that's it. Okay, so. It's exciting, isn't it? Passenger lounge. Right. We want to go back to Hayden. Hayden is where we want to go. Nothing. Look at this. Nothing at all. Nothing. Not a sausage. Not a sausage. Well, that's rubbish, isn't it? That was rubbish. All that for the best part of, I'm going to call it and say 4 million. Right, so let's try again. And then we'll do a board hop. Nope. What's this? Automatically 5. Yeah, very good. So what's that? 255, 160. That is barely a million, right? And barely a million. You get 2 million. Oh, Hayden, look, we got one. 2 million. Woohoo! See you, Frost. Pick cabin. We'll have that. Accept contract. That snuck in. I didn't see that the first time round. So let's just check again. Nothing. 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 Right, so let's hop that board, shall we? Exit to that main menu. So like I say, we're currently in open. So we're going to go into private. Or solo. Let's go solo. See what's going on there. And those of you with acute hearing can hear the rain pounding on the roof. Starport services. Passenger lounge. Stand by. Nothing. 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 No sausages. Nope. Nothing. So 2 million. 2 million. And that's it. So all I can say is Frontier must have gone in and adjusted this system that I'm currently in. So mission board. Let's see what missions are going on. Anything to go over to Hayden? Salvage. No, I want to take something there and then just, you know, not worry about it. No. 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 Salvage. I'm not salvaging anything. I can't be bothered with flying this hotel around. Salvaging liquor. Nothing. $100 million a flipping run. My ass. Has to be said. Okay. Let's try a private game. So let's try an old private group. Let's see what's on here. This is a lot of messing about for a couple of million, eh? You know, I mean, I might go off and do something less boring instead, to be perfectly honest. So, passenger lounge. Hayden. Pick cabin. So that's 800. Okay, accept contract. Thank you. Nope. 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 Ooh. 6 million. Look, things are looking up. 15 tourists. Yes, please. Pick cabin. Well, yes, stick them all in there. Why not? Accept contract. And that was it. Well, great. Thanks for that. That's lovely. So, you know, we're skirting around. Let's do a quick calculation. Right, so 15 tourists, 6.2. So let's call that 7 then. 9.6 million. And I'm not full. Right, and the trip back is going to take a while, right? It's going to take a while. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What's the mission board say? Give me money. Liberate. Blow something up. Delivers. Ship's too large. Large ship. Let's go back to the other board then. See, it's a lot of messing about, and I can't be bothered with this. Solo play. We're playing in solo. Right, passenger lounge. What have you got for me? Nothing. It's 350 there. For a different port. Nothing. La Land. Oh, God. Hell World. That's a good name. Where'd you live? Hell World. Dancing Pier. Nothing. So it just seems like if I wanted to make an extra 350,000 and go out of my way, which I don't, I could pick those people up. Well, that's just a big fag, isn't it? Just to make 10 million. Well, no, I'm not going to do that. So we're going to launch, right? And then we're going to get back to Hayden. Just find it on the map. There he is. That's where we're off. Let me find the getting system then, and then I was a bit too overzealous. So the stars have aligned and we can point straight up and go to Hayden. Unfortunately, when you get there, oh, it's going to be a long trip. Thwart with danger. So okay, let's get cracking. Jump. Jump, 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 jump. So anyway, back to these Thargoids. So with Elite Dangerous now, right, I think we're going through a little bit of a lull period. So with a 2.4 update, Thargoids, yeah, and you can shoot them. Brilliant, and you've got weapons. Great. Fantastic. Yet you've got to kit your ship out specifically for fighting Thargoids. Hey, I haven't got a problem with that.
Temperature critical.
Temperature's critical, look at that. Sea of Frost Enterprise. Let's head on over that way. Sea of Frost Enterprise. Sea of Frost. Look at it. 581,000. We're here for a while. All power to engines, Mr. Scott. So, what was I saying? You've got to go kit your ship off for Thargoid hunting, right? I haven't got a problem with that. Right? I'm going Thargoid hunting. Otherwise, you got yourself a Xeno scanner. Or you got yourself, you know, perhaps a little minigun. And you're not going to do anything against a Thargoid with that, right? So, unless they would have opened up an extra port or extra couple of ports on some of these ships. And I do think there's ample space for more weapons on these ships. And other modules. There's not much point, is there? I mean, when's there going to be an all-out war? I think it's so big, you can either elect to take part in this all-out war, or, you know, or you don't. Or you can, you know, you can zoom off to Colonia or somewhere else and get out of the way. So, I don't know how they're going to sort of address that dynamic with Frontier Developments. It's going to be quite interesting, I think, on how they engage players to take part in a battle and get that sort of community going. And there's always going to be some bell end, though, isn't there? That's going to say, right, yeah, let's wing up. And then completely destroy all the other players in that wing. There's always going to be some of that going on as well, isn't there? So I think it's important that if there are any money-making schemes out there, that, you know, in my opinion, that don't subvert the mechanics of the game. Because what's the point of that? What's the point of exploiting an unfair advantage over people? That people make the most out of, you know, these trade runs or passenger runs. Okay? I think, personally, that's what it should be. But at the moment, I see we've hit a bit of a lull. We've had some INRA bases, you know, intergalactic research arm bases. And what's happening with them is they're telling a little bit of backstory from the last Thargoid War. Personally, I think what would be good is if, you know, if you visited all these, you were rewarded. Not only for going through and having a bit of story, but then you were then led on to some sort of like super secret weapons cache, and you would get, I don't know, a new drive system, which was alluded to in one of the, I think, INRA Base 7. You know, I mean,
Incoming mission critical.
they want to go somewhere else, do they? No. It just means people are going to come after me now, and I'm not really interested. I'm not set up for that. So, that would have been good. A little bit of reward going out and visiting the bases. You go, you visit the base, you get a token. That token gives you access to another base, you visit that one. You know, make it linear, make it people could elect to go and find them if they want. But when they do, there's a bit of a reward. And at the moment, all you're getting is a little bit of voice acting, which I think, in particular, is very good. Right? What would be good as well is a little bit of video on there as well. You know, a bit of distorted video. Put that old film filter on there that you can get from Adobe Premiere or Video Studio. Put it on there. Make it look like it's old, degraded. You know, I don't think it would take much to get some Charlie who works for Frontier Developments in a flight suit, stick a helmet on him with a microphone and say, right, read this. And I think that would probably bring an extra element. You know, put a face to some of the messages that we've seen. Because we've seen, like, the development of the mycoid virus from agriculture. We've seen INRA come in and take over. We've seen it being shipped off. And the cargo pilots then saying, yeah, you know, something's going on. Something's going down, man. To the point where it's been developed, the military has come in and taken it off everybody, people have been silenced, right up to the point where this drive system has been developed and it turned a pilot inside out. I think that was on Base 7. And then recently you've got the INRA base in Carmichael Port, which set itself up to be a military installation so that it could test the weapons, and it got a right pasting. Though, okay, it got a right pasting, but you didn't see any devastation on the base. There was no holes in the side of the buildings, there was just buildings there. So the base was set up to tempt the Thargoids in. They showed up and they had a Thargoid mothership, because it was alluded to that there was a ship they hadn't seen before. And so far we've seen the interceptors, we've seen the crashed scout ship. Bit of a nod to the old version of Elite. But then this mothership turned up, which completely threw everybody. But there was no sort of devastation parked on that base, which was a shame. I mean, I didn't expect fire still to be burning, right? There could have been a few broken ships littered around, and, you know, use your imagination, like. I mean, this game has so many possibilities, I think, to be better, and I think the community comes up with so many good ideas, especially on the Reddit page and on the Facebook forums and even on the Frontier forum as well, that, you know, perhaps some things should be worked in, or whether or not an awful lot of the talent is going towards the Jurassic Park game. I don't know. And in regards to that Jurassic Park game, I don't know if I'm going to get that. I mean, Jurassic Park, it was sort of like 1995, wasn't it? And it's been filmed since. And the reboot was alright, wasn't it? You know? Not going to win any Oscars. But let's hope that the investment in this game, and that was alluded to as well at Frontier Expo, is going to continue, and there's some really good stuff coming. So that's my little bit of a rant on the INRA stuff. It's good stuff, like, you know, I've done some videos on it. Other commanders, like Plater, has done some videos on it. ISO Kicks, Old Obsidian Ant's done some videos on it. You know, but it tells a story, gives a little bit of history, and I think that's what's lacking. More history, a more in-depth experience. I mean, we've had, you know, the Thargoid bases and the map. More could be done there, making them a bit more mysterious or more difficult to access, or send players on a mission to go and get a certain thing, to do a certain thing that gets you into a certain thing, that shows you a certain thing. You know? That sort of development. Because the game is so vast. Only now it's starting to get, I think, a bit of depth. That the possibilities could be endless. And that's just my opinion, really. So, we're still 376,000 light seconds away from Sea of Frost Enterprise. Nothing happening. So I've been playing an awful lot of Battlestar Galactica Deadlock as well lately, and that started off a bit of a slow game. Once you start getting the bigger ships, it's all really about capital ship battles, it really does start coming into its own. And I've unlocked the Galactica and things like that, which is great. And that sort of carrier capital ship battles, I think, is what's lacking in here. And if communities can get together and get their own sort of like capital ship or carrier, which again they've alluded to at Frontier Expo, those sort of battles would be great. Winging up, flying out of a ship, taking on another one, taking out its hard points, that sort of thing, making it retreat. Let's hope some good things are coming to Elite Dangerous. I did a video recently about an agricultural ship and another ship, the Sanchez class vessel, that was science vessel, that was attacked and by Thargoids. This is the science vessel, not the agricultural ship. And somebody commented, "Oh, great, another ship to see that's been attacked by Thargoids." Yeah, I completely agree. So, things are happening, or things could be happening. So we're still on our way to Sea of Frost Enterprise. The time is going down really slowly. Please, can we go faster? All this is just for basically 10 million, so that entire run was 14 million. 14 million was all it was. Whether or not we get more missions to fill up on is, again, another question. But I think it might have something to do with rank. So this run between Sea of Frost Enterprise and Hayden, you know, bar landing, not as lucrative as what it made out to be. I think not as lucrative at all. So there you go. I've been Ricardo. This has been a quick live stream on a Saturday morning, a miserable and gloomy Saturday morning. Thanks very much for watching, and check back. I'm sorry it can be more interesting and more lucrative, but it just goes to show that I think Frontier developments are going through and tweaking in response to what videos are coming up on YouTube and what the community is saying. See you soon. Have fun. Catch you later.